jar. The same quality of beans that gives Kenko ground coffee its superior taste. So, next time you make coffee, remember, that's all Kenko have ever done.
New freeze-dried Kenko, regular and decaffeinated.
Take the Pimontello.
Is that in your perm, he asked. I said no. Why? It feels so soft and bouncy. So I revealed my secret. It's all thanks to Elegance by L'Oreal, an amazing new conditioner designed specially for permed hair. How does it work, he asked. Elegance is incredible, I told him. My hair's so soft, and yet my perm looks like new. You're really lucky, he said. I replied, you're the lucky one.
New Elegance softens your hair without relaxing your perm.
Wednesdays at 8 on ITV, Sporting Triangles. It seems the teams have brought their fans along this time. So let's hear it for Jimmy Greaves and Graham Gooch. For Andy Gray and Sean Curley. And with a great following, Emlyn Hughes and Peter Scudamore. What? Oh, no, don't let Peter bring them in here. Wednesdays at 8 on ITV, Sporting Triangles. Someone bring a bucket and shovel.
Well, now the bank manager is invited to lunch to sort out the finances of the club in the 19th hole.
Straight down the middle. It went straight down the middle. Then it started to hook just a wee bit. That's when my caddy lost sight of it. That little white pellet has never been found to this day.
So good night. Good night, Jam.
Straight down the middle.
Hope you had a good time. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Great night. Yes. Oh. Where have you been for the last hour, Woodley? Oh, Captain. Another good night, Secretary.
Yeah, no, I've had another very nasty letter from the bank this morning about the overdraft.
Oh, not now, Secretary.
Gentlemen,
nightcap, I think, on me. On the club, that is, Steward.
Yeah, Captain, I must talk to you about the overdraft. You must stop this. It's getting over our heads a bit.
Oh, our overheads are getting over our heads, are they?
Yes, Captain, I'm sorry, but the bank is
No, not now, Secretary. Oh, thank you.
The bank is getting... Oh, look at that.
Mervyn, here you've had a move.
Yes, I'm pleased about that. Very pleased. Well pleased, in fact.
And I bet I get away from those football hooligans.
Yeah. I was just telling Woodley here I've managed to swap my football duty for golf duty.
Oh, I bet that's a relief.
I'll say. Yes, I shall be there at the British Open next year. All the other big tournaments. Striding the fairways.
Yes. Far away from those football hooligans.
Oh, that's very nice. I mean, you must pick up some tips for the pros. It's bound to improve your golf. I mean, watching all the top players, watching what they do and listening to them chat.
Better than beating up football hooligans.
What this club needs is a good professional.
No, we've got a good professional.
Yeah, he's not a golfer. He's a shop assistant. Did you know he shot 98 round here the other day? I mean, he barely broke 100. No wonder a lot of the members won't go to him for lessons.
He runs a decent shop.
So do Marks and Spencers. They don't teach you to play golf either.
Yeah, there's a touch of hooliganism creeping into the golfing circuit.
You mean all these drunken louts at the Open?
Yes, you ought to be strung up.
Oh, so you want to hang all football hooligans now, do you, Woodley?
Yes, why not? String them up and teach them a lesson they won't forget in a hurry.
Yes, well, I believe in capital punishment for certain crimes.
Woodley wants it for all crimes.
No, it's not enough.
Not enough?
No. I'd go further.
Well, you can't go much further than hanging them, can you?
Yes. I mean, you can thrash them, and you can beat them, and you can flog them to within an inch of their lives, and then you hang them. Show them that you don't like them very much.
You should be on the bench, Woodley.
I wouldn't mollycoddle them, you know. No, I'd give you fellas a much freer hand, more strength to your elbow.
I suppose you'd dispense with all law courts and trials altogether, wouldn't you, Woodley?
Have you seen that new waitress?
Yes, just hang on. I wouldn't listen to all this cock and bull story about broken homes, all this psychological claptrap about underprivileged environment. I'm not interested in their broken homes. I just want to give them a few broken heads.
Who started him off?
We were discussing law and order.
Yes, so Woodley wants to get rid of it and bring back lynching.
Yes.
Never mind about your public-spirited pyogenics. Did you see the new waitress, the blonde one, Doris?
Yes, I hear she's all right.
I think she is. I've struck gold now, I think. If it all pans out, that estate agent friend of yours, I don't suppose he'd have any accommodation that I could get hold of a key.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
Well, I'll see if there's a friend.
Ah, well, yeah, nothing Humpty, my dear. I mean, no nonsense.
Hey, Woodley, tell me, what would you do with muggers?
Ah, yes, well, I'd do what the wogs do.
Oh?
I'd chop off their hair.
What's all these bits of paper?
Members' IOUs.
Yeah, Woodley.
Yeah, well, all right.
Woodley.
What about sex maniacs, Woodley? What would you chop off their whatsits?
Well, that depends.
On what?
Well, it depends on the girl. It's a difficult one. That's very tricky.
Ah, do I detect a note of liberalism towards sex maniacs?
No. It depends if the girl's decent. I mean, if she's a wife or a daughter. I mean, you know, if she's been molested by one of these snotty Herberts, well, that's okay. I mean, the full rigour of the law.
The law?
Yeah, the law.
Hang him!
Hang him! Hang him! And then chop his thing off.
Yes, I think we get your drift, Woodley, yes. But what if he's a gentleman?
Yeah, well, you may get my drift, Willis, but I'm not getting your drift. A gentleman does not do that sort of thing.
Oh, what about Jerry Watts? Is he a gentleman?
Joe Watts is a gentleman and is entitled to sow a few wild oats.
A few wild oats? Now, he is a sex maniac. He has to do it at least once every day. Now, if he wasn't rich and could afford to buy all he needs, no woman would be safe.
Yeah, but Joe Watts does not molest decent ladies.
I bet you wouldn't trust your wife with him.
What are you insinuating? I'm going to punch him on the nose. Punch him on the nose.
There's a lot of these not signed.
Too drunk, they're too drunk. I do my best, but some of them can't speak, let alone write.
Some of them are half written, half printed. It's just a jumble.
Too drunk.
All right. Look, those that aren't signed, whose are they? Who bought the drinks?
It's been very busy. I'm on my own. They keep saying put it on the account.
What account? Whose account?
Well, their account. They've all got accounts.
Stuart, a round of drinks here if you want.
Mervyn! You are a guest.
He's a guest.
It's my show.
This round on the club, Secretary. There are two of mine there. I signed for them, but they're on the club.
Yeah, and there's one of mine, Secretary, and that's down to the Entertainment Committee.
Sorry, Captain, but...
Not now, Secretary.
Look, we've got a large overdraft. We
We've
can't
had
service and it's getting
a
larger.
good night. I mean, a few more good nights like this.
A few more good nights like this and the bank will foreclose on us. It's all paper.
Oh, not now, Secretary.
School's out.
It's the Muffin Man. Oh, gentlemen, please. And ladies. On this very, very special night.
What's special about it?
I am going to anticipate the wishes of my committee, who I'm sure will applaud what I'm doing.
Yeah, applaud.
Some of them them already are aware of my gesture and approve it, as I'm sure you all will. And so, gentlemen and ladies, with the good wishes of your club and your committee, will you please partake of one final, last good night drink at the club's expense?
Meet the finalists from this year's crafts. They have what it takes to be the best at the world's most famous dog show, and they're all regularly fed on pedigree chum. Because top breeders know that correct feeding is vital to keep a dog at the peak of fitness and condition. For nourishment you can see in a dog, pedigree chum. Top breeders recommend it.
I like the sun on my face. I like feeling so free. I like this time and this taste. Chambeau sing for me. I like feeling so free. I like this time and this place. Chambeau sing for me.
Le yogurt, so deliciously fruity. Sometimes one pot is not enough.
Chambeau sing for me.
At QuickFit, there are some hot summer prices on a huge range of exhausts. So hurry down to QuickFit now.
We're the boys that trust.
Fascinating, isn't it? Still, that's how we make Gamer's Old English cider. First we cool filter it, then we cool filter it again, and then we cool filter it again. But that's what makes it so refreshing. Or my name isn't Arnold, and it is. Gamer's Old English cider. Every drop's been dripped.
You too can have a breakfast like mine. The Kellogg's Special K breakfast with delicious malty flakes has only 190 calories. When you're eating a sensible diet, every little helps. Get in shape, lose the fat.
Order your G-Reg Austin Rover now with 0% finance from DC Cook. Or we'll give you a massive £1,000 minimum part exchange for your old car, whatever its age or condition.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to... Oh!
Must you do that?
Well, it was a very good night last night, gentlemen.
Yes, excellent, excellent. It's very good for the club, you know, these nights.
Yes, promotes a good social flow.
Yes, but it's a bit of a drain on the club's finances, Mr. President.
Drain on the club's finances? No, I don't think so, Secretary. I mean, the bar was very busy.
No, we couldn't get near the bar. That steward's going to have to liven himself up, Secretary.
Oh, now, come on. I don't know what you're complaining about, Woodley. You must have got to the bar often enough the state you were in.
Yes, we've had several complaints, Woodley, but we won't go into that now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Captain. Last night's a bit of a closed book to me.
Well, it won't be for long.
Well, it's a bit difficult to remember last night.
Well, unfortunately, there are several lady members who do.
Oh, dear.
One of them being your wife.
Yeah.
Hasn't she spoken to you?
No. When I woke this morning, she'd just left a note and said she'd gone to see her mother.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Don't tell me we're going to sit here discussing Woodley's sordid behaviour. I thought this was a special committee to talk about club finance.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. We have a very serious matter of club finance, which must be put before the committee immediately.
I consider Woodley's awful behaviour last night serious enough for a very special committee meeting.
Yes, Mr. President, of course. But not such a serious matter.
What do you mean, not serious?
Well, no, I mean, it's very serious, of course, but of a more trivial nature. Always a foolish escapade. I mean, it's of no importance, something we can all easily forget.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Well, I don't know. A drunken madness.
It won't happen again, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, oh, no, something we can all... We don't need to bother about it at all.
I think you're making too light of it, Secretary.
No. Woodley's easily disposed of. A quick expulsion, that's all it needs.
Hey.
Nothing personal. No offense, Woodley. I mean, it doesn't matter about you. You are not important. What is important is the financial state of this club. And I must say, that won't be so easily disposed of as Woodley here. I've had some very nasty letters, threatening letters from the bank.
Threatening letters? What sort of threatening letters?
Nasty ones. They are threatening to foreclose on us.
Foreclose? Well, why haven't we heard of this before?
I was trying to tell you. All last night I was trying to tell you.
Don't make excuses, Secretary.
How long has this been going on? Well, for several weeks now, Mr. President.
Why haven't we been informed? It's your job to tell us these things.
Looks like someone else could be easily disposed of.
How much do we owe the bank?
Yes, well, we'll get to that rather quickly. £37,486 and 5 pence.
£37,486? Are you absolutely sure?
And 5 pence. That's the present state of our overdraft.
Good heavens, Secretary, how did you allow yourself to get into such a state?
It's not me. Look at these bar bills.
Good God. Have you been drinking again?
These aren't mine. These are members' unpaid accounts.
Well, they should have been paid. This is very lax, Secretary, to have this amount of unpaid bar bills.
Yes, well, it'd be very difficult to look at these signatures you can't. I mean, half of them are drunken squiggles and the other half are forgeries.
Forgeries? Are you accusing our members of forging bar bills?
Yeah. No, of course not, Mr. President. Of course not. But it would be very difficult to prove that these are genuine. Look here. Tom Mix. There you are. Father Christmas. Lord Lucan's with us. Norman Tebbit. Dennis Thatcher.
I bet that's a big bill.
Oh, it's a big bill, all right. Look at this. Look at that. Severiano Ballesteros. Harold Wilson. Yeah, oh, there's more. Oh. Yeah, Archie Andrews.
Wasn't he a dummy?
Who? Harold Wilson?
Stuart is.
Look, there's one of your bills here, Woodley. There you are, £75.
Oh, well, that's not mine, because that's not my signature, Mr. Secretary.
Dr. Runcie, Archbishop of Canterbury. I saw you sign it. And then you confirmed it.
Mr. Secretary, it's only your word against mine. That's the word of an employee against a member.
I am a member of the British Legion. My word is my bond.
You drank enough last night to have signed them all.
Yes, but that's what a party's all about, isn't it? I mean, for everyone to get a bit drunk. I mean, well, I wasn't the only one.
You were the only one who insulted my wife.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. What did I say? It wasn't too bad, was it?
It wasn't what you said, it's what you attempted to do.
With your wife? I must have been drunk.
Gentlemen, please. Now, this financial business must come first. I must say, though, Secretary, that, I mean, the steward seems to be a bit thick.
Yeah, but on the wages we pay, it would be difficult to get someone better.
Well, that can apply to all of the staff here.
I hope you're not including the Secretary in that remark.
No, look at this. Forget the bar bills. Look at this. Right. 4 weeks in Spain. 5 weeks in Florida. All for 4 people, paid for out of the club funds.
Yes, that's all right, Secretary. That's the competition committee.
You, Mr. Captain, you, Mr. President, Woodley and Bennett.
Yes, but we undertook that work on behalf of the club.
Somebody has to do it. It's not all fun, you know. Travelling around the world on behalf of the club. Are you trying to imply that we have been indulging ourselves on some jamboree at the club's expense?
No, of course not. Of course not, Mr. President. But some of the members...
Well, what's it got to do with the members? I mean, the members are not privy to everything the committee does.
Exactly.
Going to Spain and Florida was the committee's job, and the committee did it.
I'm on the committee, and I wasn't invited.
Someone had to look after the club while we were away.
I propose that the secretary goes on the next trip.
And I second that.
Carry.
All right, now we'll do something else. Now, the 5 open days we had last year, and the costs of the prizes far outweighed what it cost to put it on. Presents for the ladies, champagne on the first tee and the 10th tee, and sundry drinks all round the course for anybody who wished to partake.
Yes, well, perhaps the club was a bit extravagant there, but that's the tournament committee's baby, not ours.
Yeah, but it's the same committee.
No, the tournament committee is a different entity with different functions.
Same people. You, Mr. President, and Woodley and Bennett.
And you, Mr. Secretary.
Ah, yes.
You were involved in all those matters. Your signature is on all the papers authorizing decisions.
Yeah, but that's a rubber stamp.
But it's your signature.
Oh, that's not fair. You all use that. I have a rubber stamp. There are lots of those about the place, and you all rubber stamp with my signature.
But only for your convenience, Secretary.
Oh, yeah.
So that you don't have to be dragged into everything that requires a signature, so that you don't need to worry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I don't have to worry. I am worried. What about the bank?
It's not their business how we run our club, surely.
Well, it is if we use their money.
Mr. Secretary, be firm. We're not some third world country. We're honourable men. We pay our debts.
Yes, of course.
Look, why don't you go down and see something at this bank?
No, don't worry. They've already arranged that.
Oh, there you are. Invite him here to lunch and dine him well.
Yes, let him see what sort of club it is. Let him see how we go on. Let him see what sort of chaps we are. I mean, make a good impression. If we look solvent, reasonably prosperous.
He knows we're not prosperous. That's why he's coming here.
If I may say so, Secretary, I think you're going about this the wrong way. I think you may have allowed the initiative to slip through your hands. You have to be firm when you're dealing with banks, you know.
Yes, take the attack to them. It's a competitive world. There were lots of banks out there looking for business.
Yes, quite so, quite so. I mean, we're not immature wastrels running up debts. No, we're men of substance. And this is our club.
Yes, exactly. Invite this Johnny to lunch.
Yes.
Tell him that we're considering borrowing some more money.
More money?
Yeah, that'll do it. They're always keen to lend money. Take over the committee room here, giving them a really good spread, and explain.
Explain what?
You'll think of something.
Yes. Drinks on the committee, I think, gentlemen.
How's the loan meeting going with the bank manager?
We don't get lunches like that.
No, they sent out for that one.
That was a very good lunch. The wine was excellent. You do yourselves proud here.
Brandy?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Cigar?
I don't smoke.
Well, the committee were wondering whether you care to accept honorary membership of the club.
I don't play golf either.
Well, there's a clubhouse and facilities.
What about the bank's overdraft?
Ah, yes. Well, we have plans. Big plans. Whoa. Very big plans. And so if you could just give us a little more time.
Time is up, I'm afraid.
Yes, but we're doing our best to pay back the loan.
Yes, it looks like it.
Yeah. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day.
They weren't using our money.
Very true. They weren't using our money.
Look, Secretary, I don't like this situation any more than you do.
Oh.
Do you know you're the fourth person this week I've had to foreclose on?
Foreclose?
It's not fair. I've got feelings. I'm human, too.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I hate having to throw people out onto the street. I don't enjoy it. I hope you realize that. It's getting too much to bear sometimes. My life is black. There's no joy in it, no happiness. It's over 1,000 this year. I've had to draw up the papers, organize the court orders, and then stand there and watch them thrown out of their own houses onto the street.
Oh.
How do you think I must feel?
Oh, well.
Do you know what that can do to a man? And not one of those people asked me how I felt. Not one of them came up to me and said, "We know how you must feel. Your job must be hard to do. We understand." No. All their tears and their heartaches were for themselves. I searched their faces for just one understanding look, one show of regard for me and what I am feeling. That's all I ask. One show of fellow feeling.
Oh, there's a lot of fellow feeling in this club. For the moment, I thought you'd gone under the...
My psychiatrist.
Oh.
Give it up, he says, if that's what it does to you. I lie on his couch. I am paying him to listen to my problems. And I am lying there worrying about his. I know the state of his accounts. He can't afford that spendthrift wife and his mistress. He's on his way out. His whole world is falling apart. His lovely home, his beautiful, luxurious office, his mistress's apartment, they've all got to go. We've got to foreclose on him. And I'm lying there paying him to listen to my problems. Why do you people do these things? Don't you ever think of the problems you cause others? Brazil. Brazil. Now, look at Brazil.
Are you going to evict them?
If we do, I'll get the job. It'll be me they send to serve the papers. Oh, look at you people do to me. Oh, my pills. My pills. Oh, get me some water.
Water?
Stuart! Oh!
Stuart, get some water. What's the matter? It's the bank manager. He's having a heart attack.
I didn't know they had hearts.
Did you get the money?
Yeah.
Get me to the bank. My pills are at the bank.
Yeah, Stuart! Get a taxi, Stuart. Yeah,
And before I go...
the bank's account.
Before I go, I want to thank you, Secretary. You've been very kind to me. And I want to reassure you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes, sir?
That you have my sympathy.
Yeah, but what about the loan? What about the loan?
You have a week to repay it.
You don't give us some time.
I am. A week.
You said you were going to think of something.
Straight down the middle, it went straight down the middle. Oh, the life of a young fool, not always learn, always the right and the laughter. Down in my glory and wrapped in my towel, I say that it went straight down the middle. Where it wound up is a riddle, but it went straight down